I wish my husband died. Instead he's going to survive and now I'm trapped. We have been married just under 20 years. We have 2 kids, aged 10 and 12. Around 4 years ago my husband was passed over for a promotion. This started a very slow spiral into depression and self-medicating. He was passed over for another promotion a couple years later, largely due to the fact that he had lost his motivation after the first hit to his pride. He was drinking more, but I wouldn't have called him an alcoholic at that time. I finished a master's program and admittedly, encouraged him to quit his job. I thought at the time that his job was the problem. It turns out that it was a symptom of his depression. It took him 6 months to get another job. During that time he did nothing at home. He would be in the same spot on the couch when I left for work as when I came home. I still did most of the cooking, cleaning, laundry and child raising. He loves his kids, but like many households I managed the calendar and knew which kid had which after-school activities, etc. He would do some things if I asked but never did anything without prompting. There was a huge elephant in the room regarding his job and what he would want to do, but any time we tried to talk about it he would just shut down. I told him that he could be a stay-at-home dad, but that would mean standing up and actually doing what needed to be done around the house. I tried so hard to get him into the doctor, therapy, counseling, etc. Physically he has always been a big guy but gained a lot of weight and his BP got much worse. He finally found a doctor that he liked and got his BP and sleep apnea controlled. He found a job but it was evenings. He hated it and would come home at midnight and drink until 2 or 3. When his schedule changed to days he did much better and was drinking much less and had been talking about seeing a counselor. Now he's a grown bottom man that can schedule his own appointments. Even if I was willing to do that for him he would be mad. I already have 2 kids, I didn't sign on for a third. Then a couple months ago he needed to temporarily go back to evenings until they hired someone else. He started drinking more. He has never hid the fact that he drinks, but I didn't realize how much until he started having dizzy spells a couple hours after taking his BP meds. He was in the ER because he thought he was having a heart attack. He wasn't, but his BP was low. This went on for a couple weeks until he became jaundiced, which came on very quickly. It took a week to convince him to see a doctor. He didn't make that appointment. Instead he became incredibly confused and couldn't walk. He ended up hospitalized with kidney and liver failure. He was intubated. It was touch and go for over a week. Now he has started to pull through. He woke up and his kidneys have improved. His liver still sucks but his ammonia came down. He is still weak, and he is likely looking at a physical rehab stay for strengthening and follow-up with GI for probable liver transplant in the future, like 1 to 2 years if he qualifies. Here's the thing. Due to a clerical error along with the fact that I have been so busy trying to do it all in my life, our medical insurance became inactive on August 31st. He was hospitalized on September 1st. I thought the payment was being automatically withdrawn and it wasn't. All of the emails pertaining to my insurance were going to my junk mail. It was the mother of all bad luck situations. I found out on Tuesday that none of this hospitalization will be covered. We will probably have to declare bankruptcy in the next few months since my income is way over the income limits for assistance. I don't even mind that much about that part of it. What I don't want to admit to anyone is that I wish my husband had died this week. It would have made everything so much easier. This crushing debt would have died with him. His life insurance policy would have paid for the funeral. My kids would get 60% of his pension along with Social Security, and I could have put that into a trust for them and given them a good amount to have when they grew up. We would be sad but they would have been all right. To be honest, he does so little in our daily lives. I make sure the kids get everywhere they need to be. I write the checks. I sign the report cards and permission slips. He doesn't get up in the mornings with them or tuck them into bed at night. I do everything. Now it will likely take him months to recover and involve mountains of paperwork, appointments, travel, time, and emotional and physical energy. I will do all of it. I will have to make sure it all gets done. And he will be grateful for sure, but he will probably also be a jerk about it. He has never wanted to change, and now that it will be forced on him, he is going to be a moody prick for a long time. He will probably make the changes, but it is going to be a constant fight. Not including that I will still have to work full-time. Honestly, I was planning on leaving him after Christmas. I have spent the last year slowly separating our finances out, moving the bills and payments to my bank account and saving up money. Now I can't leave him. What a horrible wife I would be to leave my ailing husband after all he's been through. Even if he falls off the wagon or is an a-hole, I can't leave. Because what kind of person leaves their partner of 20 years while he's waiting for a new liver? I'm trapped. I'm not even 40 years old. I just want to cry.